I need everybody to understand that stop trying to memorize the Texas State Board practical exam. How about do this instead? What's going on, everybody? Johnny here. Today, we're going to be talking about something that makes almost every esthetician student nervous, the Texas TDLR practical exam through PSI. But I'm going to tell you something that may surprise you. The students who usually fail aren't the ones who don't know how to perform a facial. They're the ones who panic. They rush, they forget safety, or they stop talking themselves through the process. So let's just revise this. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to think like an examiner. What is the practical exam really testing you on? The practical exam is not looking for the world's best facial. They're not grading how relaxing your massage is. They're not judging whether your eyebrows are perfectly symmetrical. They're asking one question: can this person safely perform aesthetic services on the public? Safety, sanitation, infection control, professionalism, everything you do should answer that question. Rule number one, just narrate everything. One of the biggest mistakes students make is performing everything silently. Instead, talk yourself through every step, even if nobody is listening. Say things like, I am sanitizing my hands. I am disinfecting my workstation. I am disposing of contaminated materials. I am preventing cross-contamination. When you talk yourself through the process, your brain remembers the next step. Professional athletes do it. Pilots do it. Surgeons do it. You should too. Just remember your 3 S's. Every service should begin and end with 3 things: safety, sanitation, setup. If you forget where you are, go back mentally to those 3 words. Ask yourself, have I protected myself? Have I protected my client? Have I protected my workspace? If yes, you're probably still on track. And if not, if worst comes to worst, just sanitize. Time management is one of the key components of this. The biggest reason students struggle isn't because they don't know the service. It's because they spend too much time trying to make everything perfect. State Board is not looking for perfection. They're looking for competency. If you spend 5 minutes fixing one tiny section, you're stealing time from the next service. Keep it moving. If you make a small mistake, correct it safely. Then continue. Never freeze. Cross-contamination is everything. This deserves its own conversation. Every time your hands touch something contaminated, your brain should immediately ask, can I touch something clean now? The answer is usually no. Sanitize. Change gloves if required. Dispose of contaminated items correctly. And never, ever double dip. Never reuse disposable items. Never contaminate your clean supplies. This alone separates prepared students from unprepared students. Students always get docked on points regarding this one key step. During the facial portion, remember, you're not trying to give someone the spa treatment of their life. You're demonstrating proper procedure. Stay organized. Keep your products labeled. Always label your products and protect the client's hair. Maintain draping and use proper application techniques. Follow the order you've practiced hundreds of times. Trust your training, if you've had training. During waxing, safety becomes even more important. Pretend every client has sensitive skin. Maintain sanitation throughout the procedure and always think about infection control before speed. Work neatly and stay organized. Dispose of materials correctly. Blood exposure procedure. This is where the students panic everywhere. Don't. There's a procedure for everything. So protect yourself, protect the client, stop the service, contain the contamination, dispose of contaminated materials properly, clean, disinfect, and continue only when it's safe. The examiner wants to see that you stay calm. Professionals don't panic. Professionals follow procedure. Here's what I tell every student. Do not study the morning of the exam. You either know it or you don't. Instead, sleep, hydrate, eat breakfast, get there early, breathe. Confidence comes from preparation and not last minute crumbing. Pack your kit like a professional. Don't wait until the night before. Lay everything out. Label every bottle. Check expiration dates if it's applicable, and replace damaged containers. Have extras, a lot of extras, and count your towels. Count your cotton rounds, count your gloves. The less you have to think during the exam, the more mental energy you have to perform the exam. The examiner is not your enemy, okay? Get that out of your head. This is important. The examiner isn't trying to fail you. They're just making sure everyone who earns a license can safely serve the public. So walk in professionally, smile, listen carefully, and don't argue. If you miss an instruction, raise your hand and ask politely. Never assume anything. Just understand that confidence wins, guys. The students who passed usually aren't the most naturally talented. They're the most prepared. Preparation creates confidence, and confidence reduces panic. Reduced panic creates better decisions, and better decisions leads to passing. It's simple as that. So just remember, my final advice is practice exactly the same way every single time. Create a routine. Follow your checklist and build muscle memory, because eventually your hands will know what to do before your brain has to think about it. And that's when you know you're ready. So remember, you're not just passing the state board exam, you're becoming the professional someone will trust with their skin. Treat the exam with respect. Treat your future career with even more respect. And even if you're one of our students or not our students, just keep practicing, keep asking questions, and trust the process. I'll see you in the next video.